Hey everyone, here we go. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesday's tips and to day 2 of the 14-day Go Live video challenge. And I am just going to pull this up so that you can see it says day 2 of the 14-day Go Live video challenge that I'm participating in with hundreds and hundreds of people from all over the world. And it's put on out of the goodness of her heart by Helen Martin for free. So if you're wanting to get in there, you can follow along with us too. And I'll put in the information down below after. And you can just do it at your own pace. She gives us all the topics and suggestions of what we're to speak about, and it isn't super hard to follow. So up here on the corner here, you'll see it says StreamYard. So this is a third-party software here that we are using today so that I can come at you live. And if you want to participate in the conversation, just give it permission so that I can see your profile picture pop up on the screen. And like I said, it says on the little ticker tape there, we're going to talk about a little bit of a game. I'm going to share a little bit of a game because Helen has asked us to share some things and pass on some things about what we have learned over this past year of all this craziness that's been going on. And I just thought I'd put it in a little bit of a different format and share with you in a game format. So I thought that would be kind of cool and fun to do. I'm just going to pull up my comments here so they can see if we pop up on here. So before we go any further, my name is Heather Edmondson and welcome to my community, where I have like-minded entrepreneurs come to gain education and skills in social media and attraction marketing, and trying to do it the modern way without spamming their family and friends. So as I learn things, I pass them along to you guys, and so hopefully you don't have to go over some of the same hurdles that I've had to go over in my business, as I am growing a business online just as well as you guys are. So some of the struggles will maybe be easier for you than some of the things that I may have gone through. So like I said, we're going to go into a little bit of a game format, and it's going to be called the KISS game. So keep it super simple. And like I said, I'm going to pass on some of the information about what I have learned, what some of my family has learned from over the things that have gone on in this year. So number 1, don't reinvent the wheel. We need to think more about ourselves and less about what others think. So let's be mindful that we don't want to have to be always being pulled down by what other people are saying, and we need to think more about what we're doing and how we can make a difference, and show people why we care about them in a nice way. Number 2, a lot of people have been connected to a lot of television and social media stuff like that over this lockdown that we have gone through and stuff. So we need to do, number 2 is less Netflix and more maybe audiobooks or actually sitting and reading. I know a lot of people have picked up books and are learning and expanding their brain in that way. Hello, Deb. Thanks for popping in here, my friend. I appreciate it. So like I said, if we can expand our brain while we're actually sitting at home, and I myself am not at home because I'm a full-time nurse, so I am still in the throes of working. A lot of people in our family have still continued to work, and only my husband has lost his job over all of this. So he's been reading a lot of books. I know that you can order your books ahead of time from libraries and stuff like that and pick them up that way. So number 3, a little one that we could do less of and try and do more of the other is eating less processed food. Because we are stuck at home doesn't mean we need to have a bad diet. So we need to choose things that are more close to nature and less processed and boxed food. So we can all think about cleaning up our diet. I know a lot of us, just because of boredom and being stuck at home, every time we walk by the fridge, we figure we should open it. Every time we walk into the kitchen, we want to ransack the pantry and look for all those maybe unhealthier snacks. So maybe just don't have them in your home. So that's a suggestion there. Our hormones can really be affected by all of these. Like I said, being stuck at home, we can go into some deep, dark depressions too. So we have to really keep our diet in check. So number 4, a good one to stay in the back of our mind here is weighing ourselves less. By stepping on the scale every day or every other day or every week, it can sometimes be more of a deterrent than actually a healthy choice. So let's try and set ourselves some fitness goals, even while we were maybe stuck in a home situation. Let's try and figure out some maybe home gym type things that we can do, or join some fitness challenges that are virtual fitness challenges, because there's lots of those out there. my personal one right now that I'm trying to do is a fitness challenge with my group that I'm with, and I'm also trying to make sure that I get in 10,000 steps a day. Over the past 2 days, I haven't felt very good, so I haven't got that in. So I've been dealing with that. Number 5 out of 10 here is talk less, and we need to listen more. Because a lot of us are able to spend time with our family, whether it be virtually or in our own home, we need to really listen to each other and listen to maybe some of the things that they're struggling with. So be that kind ear. Start to listen to people, especially in your family and anybody that reaches out to you. Be that kind ear for someone to listen. It's very powerful and inspiring to be that person that can be that kind ear for someone. The teenagers and younger kids are especially struggling right now when they can't connect in person with their buddies, with their peers, and that's very hard on them. And their hormones are raging, their hormones are all over the map. So if you can be that sounding board for them, be there for them, and be that ear for them to listen to. So let them tell you about their day. Let them tell you about what things that they are struggling with, and let them have some virtual time with their friends and buddies, or on the computer, or whichever way they interact with them. Because, like I said, we can't be together. Number 6, less dreaming about it, and let's be more grateful and spend time being grateful about the things that we do have. Why are we dreaming about all these random things that they're not necessarily going to make us any happier in our life? Big things and whatever. We should be respectful of the things that we maybe do have in our life. Like, look around us and say, I'm thankful for the home that I have and gas that we have to run our furnaces in the winter here in Alberta. Thankful that I do have food on my plate, and those types of things, instead of maybe having all these grand dreams about traveling all over the place when we can't travel. Those are kind of setting us up for being depressed as well, because we can't get there right now. So that might be something that's just upsetting us more than making it helping us to feel better. So maybe write down in the morning or before you go to bed 10 things that you're grateful for in your journal. I know journaling has been helping me a lot, and maybe it's something that you might be able to do as well. So number 7 is less driving and more walking. So I know that we can't go a huge amount of places, but now that the weather is starting to warm up out here in Alberta, maybe you can walk to go get your groceries if it's not a whole bunch that you have to pick up. Maybe you can park at the furthest spot in the parking lot and walk across the parking lot to go and get your items that you're needing for food, and those types of things. Maybe take the stairs if you're going to have to go in a bigger building, things like that. I know that when I go into the facilities that I have to go and see clients all over the place, I try and run the stairs as much as possible to try and get those extra steps in a day, instead of being so sedentary at my desk and driving around from point A to point B. So that's just a little tip and suggestion that we all can benefit from. Number 8, less gossiping. I don't know what it is, but when people are idle, they want to pick all kinds of horrible things to say about people. So try and think of something nice to say to a person that you run into, or that you're maybe meeting in a virtual meeting room, or those kinds of things. Compliment them on how they look and how their hair is, or how they're dressed, or even their nice smile, or anything like that, just to boost up their confidence. Why are we always going to the negative and gossiping about people? Because that's not a good way to be. So let's not get caught up in that, people. So number 9, stop overthinking things and take more action. If you start thinking that you're going to fail at something and you haven't even tried it, you're going to miss all those shots on net, as Gretzky would say, if you have never taken them. So take some of those shots. Step out of your comfort zone. Like a lot of people here that are doing this video challenge are stepping out of their comfort zone to gain more confidence and respect for themselves, and the ability to talk to that little green dot up there on the camera here, or on your computer, or on your phone, and share some of yourself and get really vulnerable. So if you're overthinking that, you're going to talk yourself out of it. Every time before I go live on here, I have to just take a deep breath and press the button to go live, because if I start thinking about it, then I don't want to do it, and I'm not growing at all if I'm sitting back in my bedroom with the covers over my head. I'm not growing anywhere. So that's not a good thing to do. And number 10, please don't turn on the news too often. All it does is it's a Debbie Downer and takes you down. Put on some more music, do some more dance parties, have some meditation. Get up there and move your body. It's always a better thing to do than sitting around and watching news. Like I said, there's so much stuff on the news right now that is a little bit, like I said, a downer or a depression. And let's try and see some more positives in the world instead of seeing the negatives. So hopefully those are some of the things that you could take away from today that maybe you have experienced yourself through this time of lockdown and this time of growth, maybe even in 2021 from 2020, from all of these changes that have gone on. So hopefully you have gained some strengths and gotten rid of some things that you don't really need in your life. So thanks for listening, everybody. Catch me tomorrow for day 3, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye. Peace out.